Hi, Chigo. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm
Great,
doing great.
great. Can you tell us what you're studying currently and how the experience is for you?
Okay, so I'm a fifth year medical student at TMA. I transferred here from Ukraine a few months ago. And just in general, it's basically the same experience Majid just talked about. Like it's been amazing and like it's been a good decision. When I first heard of TMA, I heard about it from Medlink, and did my research, the usual Googling, like Wikipedia, like okay, what school is this? And funnily enough, I didn't really find that much information about it. So there was a bit of like initial hesitancy, like okay, do I go for this? Do I not go for this? But eventually, I did, and I like to say that it has been an amazing decision. It's been a great decision. Majid talked about the teachers, and I really like to emphasize on that. The teachers have been like awesome. They speak good English, not like sort of speaking English, struggling. Like they speak good English. They are educated, they are knowledgeable. Most importantly, they are hardworking. Like you can go up to them anytime, ask them questions. Oh, I don't understand this topic. Can you show me this? And they are like completely willing to help you out. Um, then like just the administration in general, like the staff, like at the dean's office, for example, because it's a smaller school than other schools in Georgia, which I think is an advantage because they have more time for like each student. It's not like thousands of students like going to the dean's office and like because like it's a smaller school, like they have time for you, and oftentimes they actually know you personally. Like they remember you, like oh, okay, you're the students that like came up last that came up last week. Like okay, where are you at now? You get so it's really nice. And just talking in general, like there are lots of extracurriculars here. Like almost every day I get an email, okay, there's a conference tomorrow, or there's a competition, or like there's a sports thing going on, which is
Did
really
you
fun.
uh, did you get involved in any of the extracurriculars so far?
I did go for one conference. Soon I'll go for like maybe a sports competition or something. But it's nice that it's available. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Can you tell us some of the ones? I know you're obviously very busy with your education,
yeah.
but can you tell us about some of the ones that you've heard about from the school?
Okay. So when I went, one of the conference I went for like a few weeks ago, it was basically on arrhythmias. Like they called in like a guest lecturer to like talk about cardiac arrhythmias, and like we did cases and like explanations and stuff. So it was really interactive, quiz at the end of it. So it was fun. Other ones I've heard of is basically like some competitions, like sports competitions. There was like an art competition, like to make like medical posters that are educative, things like that. Like there are lots of extracurriculars.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember hearing about that one from one of the professors at TMA a little while ago. The first time I've
Yeah.
heard them, a medical school cross art as an extra activity,
Yeah, like they
but
did
it
like
sounds like it really
photograph.
worked.
Yeah, there was like right now there's like a photography thing going on like around the school. They put like photos of I think like some of their students went to like the remote villages to like help out and like to train, understand like the intricacies behind like working in remote areas. So like they took pictures and like it's really nice. It's nice. Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm glad you're having such a good experience. Is there anything that
Yeah.
you've found challenging while you've been there that you've been able to overcome?
Challenging. I mean, language is always like, a thing like you have to be aware of. It's not, thankfully, it hasn't been too much of a challenge because most people speak English. Like in general, most people speak English. All the teachers, like I already mentioned, they speak good English, but I'm talking about like on the streets, like in the grocery shops, like most people speak English, but even if they don't, like you can always use like maybe like a translator or something. So that's something I kind of had to work around. Yeah. Um, but apart from that, I think everything has been smooth sailing.
I was
Yeah.
going to say I was expecting something much more challenging. I think you're having too much of an easy
Yeah,
time over there by the sounds of it.
yeah, you think
They're
so,
working
but
around you too
here we are.
much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we always say to the students to put Google Translate on your phone because sometimes you can't expect everyone to speak the language. You're always going to have the occasional
Mhm.
shopkeeper, especially if they're in an older generation.
Yeah,
Maybe you need to just translate something if you're
exactly.
asking where the milk is or for a loaf of bread or something like that. It's
Yeah.
little
Like
things,
in the
isn't it? Little
taxi.
things.
Hmm. Hmm.
And is there anything else that you'd like to share that you think would be insightful so far for people who are thinking about going to study abroad?
Going to study abroad in general. I'll say don't be scared. It definitely seems very daunting at first. Like
Of
you,
course.
when I was like applying, there are so many questions like, okay, do I need to speak the language? Do they speak English there? or like is the level of teaching, is it good, is it good enough? Well, I'll say like don't be scared, do your research. There's information there, and also Medlink helped me a lot when I was applying, because like they have direct associations with the university, so like they have the up-to-date information, so you don't have to like be scrolling through the website or going to Wikipedia like, okay, what do I need to do? Like they're there to help and to advise you. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're really helping some of the viewers now who are in that position, who are really worried, because it does seem daunting. It really does, and
it really
we
does.
can all relate to that in going to these countries that you're not so aware of. It's such a big step. So Chigo, thank you so much for your insight.